Trachidele to all who are joining on the live streaming, and I offer you milk tea of immeasurable loving kindness and compassion from in the Buddha's begging bowl, Trachidele.
So good morning. We'll start the practice. We're going to be doing Lama Chöpa today, and we'll start the practice in the yellow prayer book on page 1.
Tarba dan dan jen jen ba bar de jo bar je ba tan je je zo je ba ma nam ga dan nyan ba sen je dan je de wa dan de dong er dan jar nyer de la na me ba yang da bar zo ba jan jo Rinpoche to bar ja.
All mother sentient beings, limitless as space, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience. May they experience happiness, be free from suffering, and swiftly may they attain precious, unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment. All mother sentient beings, limitless as space, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience. May they experience happiness, be free from suffering, and swiftly may they attain precious, unsurpassed, perfectly complete enlightenment.
Gewa lai gor mai je bar de lenga yes Gewa lai gor de ren zon de nya mai zon da zon je bar de lenga yes Gewa lai gor.
For that purpose, until I attain Buddhahood, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. Until death, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue. From today until this time tomorrow, I will apply my body, speech, and mind to virtue.
三界南来家孙界，觉代将觉三八业，错了安的人家孙界，觉代恩界的世界，将觉对内界拜当，将觉三百来拜来。迭代人间的拜代，对现着来拜顿的，将就生的结结线，对现的那拉巴郎人拜现的拉巴结我。
I take refuge in the Buddhas until attaining the essence of awakening. Likewise, I take refuge in the Dharma and in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. Just as the Buddhas of the past gave rise to bodhicitta and progressed along the Bodhisattva's path, so shall I give rise to bodhicitta for the benefit of all beings and practice the stages of the Bodhisattva's path. I take refuge in the Buddhas until attaining the essence of awakening. Likewise, I take refuge in the Dharma and in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. Just as the Buddhas of the past gave rise to bodhicitta and progressed along the Bodhisattva's path, so shall I give rise to bodhicitta for the benefit of all beings and practice the stages of the Bodhisattva's path. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. May all Mother Sentient Beings, limitless as space, have happiness in the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all Mother Sentient Beings, limitless as space, have happiness in the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. So now we'll go to the Lama Chöpa text, the exceedingly concise liturgy of the Lama Chöpa in relation to Lord Jigten Sumgun, the great Lord Drikungpa, starting on page 1.
Lai ma san jie zhe zun jian jiao sun gun de lai mai lai jian jiao bai de dai jian jian nian dan ga jian zhuo zhu xian lai ma san jie zhe zun jiao.
In the Guru deity, embodiment of the three jewels, I take refuge until awakening is reached. To liberate infinite destitute beings, I make effort to accomplish the Guru Buddha.
我所相断业界者，皆难三外来灭本，难归刚观察觉界。
May the offering substances of gods and humans, those actually arranged and those mentally created, outer, inner, secret, and unsurpassed, pervade all reaches of space.
Namo Rana Jaya Ya Namo Bhanga Vate Bezer Sarai Jamar Dane Tatanga Daya Arde Sanya Sambadaya Daya Daya Woy Benze Benze Mahan Ben Ma den zon benze ma be yan benze ma bo de zi dan benze ma bo de men ro pa sai kar ma na benze sarva karma avarana be jo dan Ze so wa na mo ra na cha ya ya na mo bang ga wa de be za sa ra ra ma da ne da da ga da ya a de sam ya sam ba da ya da ya da wo ben ze ma ben ma den zon ben ze ma be yan ben ma bo de zi dan ben ze ma bo de men ro pa sa kar ma na ben ze sarva karma avarana besh benze so va na mo ra na cha ya ya na mo bang ga va ba za sa ra cha na da ne da 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 ra de sam ya sam da da ya Jian Pon Dai Zhen Ne Sun Ye Ge Le Wan Zhe Ran Zhe Ye Xie Jian Zhen Jiu.
Back to page 3. In an instant, I become the Yidam deity. In the space in front, on a sublime throne, precious and exquisite, and upon a lotus, moon, and sun, sits the root guru, inseparable from Supreme Lord Jigten Sumgong. White tinged with red, he is radiant with the splendor of the major and minor marks. He wears bright saffron-colored Dharma robes, a monk's vest, and a red meditation hat, a sign of ultimate attainment. He sits in Vajra posture within a 5-colored rainbow spear, his hands in the Mara subduing and meditation mudras. He is surrounded by the golden garland of the ultimate lineage, along with the masters of profound view, vast action, and meditation. In front and behind, to the right and left, upon lion thrones and seats of lotuses and moons, is the divine assembly of Yidams, the 3 jewels, and the Dharma protectors gathered like clouds. The light streaming from the 3 syllables of the 3 places invites the winsome beings in identical forms. To the bottom of page 4. Victorious Lord Chöpa, endowed with 10 powers, together with your retinue, the ocean of 3 jewels and 3 roots, by the power of the previous vows, which you took out of great compassion for all wandering beings, please come here today without delay. Please be seated with joyful expression upon this lion throne with lotus and moon. With bodies as numerous as dust spots in the universe, I prostrate to the embodiment of inconceivable qualities. I offer oceans of realms, all filled with water for drinking and washing the feet, lotuses, clouds of incense, arrays of lamps, sweet fragrances, food, and music to fill all reaches of space.
Argan Pade Zaso Wangaram Badaran Sabare Vare Padem Pade Zaso Wangaram Badaran Sabare Vare Bamba de Zaso Wangaram Badarana Sabare Vare de bamba de za soi wa oen garam bedare na sa pare vare alogan pa de za soi wa oen gar bedare na sa pare vare gande pa de za soi wa oen gar Sabare vare neve de pade za soe wa oen garam bedaren sabare vare
Mentally gathering the 5 objects pleasing to the senses, the 7 treasures, the 8 auspicious symbols, and the substances and so forth, I offer them to the victorious ones. I offer you a mandala of 1 billion universes of all the 10 directions, laid out in groups of Mount Meru, the continents, and the islands, all adorned with various desirables. Please accept it and grant accomplishments here and now. We'll now go to the separate text called Sirkangma, and we'll read this in English only. I gaze upon the Supreme Self-Risen Lama, seated on the immutable, spontaneously established throne, here in the mandala of primordially pure mind, as it is, in the supreme palace of all victorious ones of the 3 times. I gaze upon the Supreme Lama, who is meaningful to behold. The instant I behold that great bliss of Dharmadhatu, I cross the vast ocean of samsara and arrive at the blissful pure ground. With the eye of wisdom, I gaze unwaveringly upon the Lama, the victorious hero in the battle. Just by remembering that refuge, all afflicting emotions, thoughts, and the hordes of Maras are defeated. In your body, the victorious ones of the 3 times, of all 10 directions, appear together with their offspring. With joy, I gaze upon your body, adorned with all the major and minor marks, seated on the throne of fearlessness, lotus, sun, and moon. 3 kayas, nature of the mind, Vajradhara, you are inseparable from great bliss. Bowing down to you with innumerable bodies like cloud banks, yearning with a full voice, I prostrate and go for refuge. Your body, the nature of precious bodhicitta, is inseparable from all the victorious ones of the 3 times. Thus all Buddha fields are permeated by your body, and within your body all Buddha fields appear. I bow down to the glorious one. With your flawless, melodious speech, like an ocean of ambrosia, you show all phenomena to be unborn. Thereby defeating the Mount Meru of views, I prostrate to your unhindered Vajra speech. In the mandala of immutable mind beyond thought, you never move from the equanimity state of Dharmadhatu, yet you hold the wisdom power of knowing the 3 times. I prostrate to the spontaneously established non-duality. Even if expressed during all oceans of kalpas, by all the victorious ones without exception, the qualities of your body, speech, and mind would not be completed. I prostrate to you who possesses limitless qualities. Until the ocean of samsara is exhausted, you perform the supreme activities that ripen all sentient beings. I prostrate to you, the Lama, who is the manifold, effortlessly arising, unceasing, supreme refuge. Oceans of emanated offerings to you delight the victorious ones and ripen all sentient beings. Having completely filled the Dharmadhatu, I make this unsurpassed offering unceasingly. From the heart palace of the great being radiates the light of immeasurable bodhicitta. Thus, in all the pure lands of the 10 directions, innumerable, beautiful offering goddesses manifest, holding water, flowers, incense, lamps, supreme scents, and food. From the cloud banks of offering rain falls, delighting the victorious ones of the 3 times, thereby filling the spheres of realms. I make offerings to the victorious ones of the 3 times. Light radiates once more from the body of the victorious one, manifesting parasols, victory banners, draped banners, canopies, musical instruments, garments, precious jewels, medicine, and grains. I offer ocean-like cloud banks of these manifold offerings. The 7 precious royal attributes, like the wheel, the 7 subsidiary ones, like the mansion, the auspicious substances, the substances of the cities, and so on, have arisen from the 2 accumulations. Please accept these offerings. Furthermore, I behold in my mind and offer to the Protector all offerings throughout the limitless pure lands of the victorious ones that belong to an owner and do not belong to an owner, and all that is worthy to be offered. I offer all pure lands of the victorious ones of the 3 times, which are the very pure mandalas of the 3 kayas, completely filled with flawless prosperity. Please accept these offerings, you, the Lord of Compassion. To you, Protector, I offer my body, speech, and mind, all wealth equal to space without exception, and all the virtues accumulated in the 3 times. Out of compassion, please accept these for the benefit of all sentient beings. By seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, and recollecting the Vajra goddesses of form, sound, odor, taste, and tangible objects, the 3 obscurations are purified. I offer the goddesses of appealing objects to you. Please accept them, Immaculate Victorious Lord. The Vajra goddess of body, nature of form, is the supreme goddess of fully purified ignorance. I merge her with the eyes of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the great bliss of non-duality. The Vajra goddess of mind, nature of sound, is the supreme goddess of fully purified hatred. I merge her with the ears of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the great bliss of non-duality. The Vajra goddess of qualities, nature of odor, is the supreme goddess of fully purified arrogance. I merge her with the nose of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the great bliss of non-duality. The Vajra goddess of speech, nature of taste, is the supreme goddess of fully purified desire. I merge her with the tongue of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the bliss of non-duality. The Vajra goddess of activity, nature of tangible objects, is the supreme goddess of fully purified jealousy. I merge her with the body of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the bliss of non-duality. The Vajra goddess of primordially emptiness of all phenomena, nature of sound, is the supreme goddess of fully purified mind, as it is. I merge her with the mind of the Lama, Lord of Dharma. Please accept this in the great bliss of non-duality. I offer means and wisdom inseparable, the supreme victorious one, the 5 families with consorts, the assembly of Viras and Dakinis, and the Buddhas filling the limitless sky. Please accept this great bliss. From the equality of all phenomena, the ocean-like samadhi, oceans of unwavering manifestations arise and guide all beings. Please accept the assemblies of the victorious offspring, the bodhisattvas, who rule all Buddha fields. The ones of great fierce, wrathful out of immeasurable compassion, show grinding teeth and fierce faces on their posing bodies. Please accept these wrathful, victorious ones of primordial wisdom, who defeat the hordes of Maras by the roar of Hong and Pet. All manifold clouds of outer, inner, and secret offerings are offered in this vast mandala of Samantabhadra's mind, within the mode of abiding, of unchanging non-duality. The unsurpassed offering of suchness is offered. All phenomena are primally and completely pure mind as it is. Within that, whatever confusion, dualistic appearance of oneself and others, distinction of good and bad, hatred and attachment there might be, each and everything I confess, may it be purified within that state. With a happy mind, I rejoice in all virtues of all the victorious ones of the three times, of the assemblies of the superior ones, of the unceasing wheel of the two accumulations, and of sentient beings. I beseech you, protectors in the worlds of the 10 directions, by completely turning the wheel of stainless Dharma with the sound of the ocean-like branches of melodious speech, please ripen all sentient beings without exception. I beseech you, protectors who abide throughout all realms, please do not pass into nirvana until the exhaustion of the dhatu of space. Rather, fulfill your commitments by abiding permanently. May all sentient beings be established in the unsurpassed supreme state by this virtue, by the virtues accumulated in the three times throughout all of samsara and nirvana, and by the undefiled innate virtue. By the light rays of immeasurable great compassion from the palace of body, speech, and mind of the victorious one, please purify my body, speech, and mind, and thus transform it into your body, speech, and mind. Protector, as you made offerings and delighted the sublime Lama, likewise may I always offer ocean-like clouds of offerings and delight you. May I follow in your footsteps. May I perform limitless activities that do not even waver a hair's tip with respect to the liberation of your body, speech, and mind. May I be renowned in the three worlds. Thus may anybody, just by hearing my name or remembering me, be completely liberated from the tormenting suffering and attain the state of great bliss of the victorious ones. May I turn into any form equal to the expanse of sentient beings, taming them according to their needs. Thereupon may they take refuge joyfully and be established in the unsurpassed supreme awakening. Those ones who are oppressed with shrouds of ignorance, who lost the path, who are threatened by afflicting emotions such as the henchmen of the Lord of Death, may helplessly remember me and instantly find the supreme path. Becoming the inexhaustible wheel of ornamentation, which is body, speech, and mind of all victorious ones of the three times, may I completely dry out the ocean of samsara and establish all sentient beings in the unsurpassed supreme state. In all my lives, may I never be separated from the authentic Lama and enjoy the glories of the Dharma. By completely perfecting the qualities of bhumis and paths, may I swiftly attain the state of Vajradhara. And now we'll go back to the Lama Chöpa text, page 7.
San Son Chöpa Lai Jia Ran Te Son Jia Jiang Go Loi Go Wai Dang Lord Jia Son Jiang Go Wen Zoi Jia Zoi Go Sai Nan Dai Ge Zoi Jiang Zoi Gen Ge Sun Go Bai La Mian To Xian Go.
To the Guru, who embodies all the Sugatas of the three times, I respectfully pay homage with my 3 doors. I make oceans of outer, inner, and secret offerings. I confess all wrongdoings and downfalls created by the 3 poisons. I fully rejoice in the 3 secrets. Please turn the wheel of the 3 vehicles and remain in the nature of the 3 Vajras. I dedicate an ocean of virtue completely free of the 3 spheres in order to attain the unsurpassed state of the 3 kayas. Precious Guru, supreme refuge worthy of homage, embodiment of the victorious ones of infinite directions and times, With certainty in your ocean-like qualities, I pay homage and offer praise with 100,000 melodies.
Guru Jana Dharana Shirimala Mahamundra Siddhipala Jana Dharana Shirimala Guru Mahamundra Siddhipala Namo Guru Bhaja Jana Dharana Shirimala Guru Mahamundra Siddhipala Namo Guru Bhaja Jana Dharana Shirimala Guru Mahamundra Siddhipala Namo Guru Bhaja Jana Dharana Mahamundra Siddhipala Namo Guru Bhaja Jana Dharana Shirimala Guru Mahamundra Siddhipala Namo Guru Bhaja Jana Dharana Shirimala Guru Mahamundra Siddhipala Namo Guru Bhaja Jana Dharana Guru Mahamundra Siddhipala Jö san jar vai tan jie jie Ge san doi jiang wo wei xian lai ben Sa san zhou ge jiang guo ran nai xie Ya zi jie bai jie lai so wan den Jie le zhe ge do bai xian jie lo So zhe long ge do bai xian jie lo Se nie jie ge do bai xian jie lo Zhe jie san jie do bai xian jie lo Xie zi dai bian gu zuo lam er ten Lai me zhan zhe tu ge de wai Gar man ten se wen zhe dan ye jie Ne xie ten bie zhe xie shen dai jian Wan xie le dai gui xie sa wen zhen Tar ne lai ma hang wei bai ran xian de Jia ne ran de lai mi san san dang Ran ge go zan yang bai qian bai jiu.
Back to the top of page 9. To Ratna Shri, the Father, who is the refuge and protector of all beings of the three realms, and who is the essence of the blessings of the body, speech, and mind of all the victorious ones of the 10 directions and 3 times. Together with your lineage of disciples, I pray. Grant me your blessings that I may realize the illusory body to be the Nirmanakaya. Grant me your blessings that I may realize the life energies to be the Sambhogakaya. Grant me your blessings that I may realize mind itself to be the Dharmakaya. Grant me your blessings that I may attain Buddhahood in this very life. With this supplication, the retinue dissolves into the Guru. From the Guru's forehead, throat, heart, and navel radiate white, red, blue, and yellow lights, which dissolve into my 4 places, purifying the 4 obscurations. I receive the 4 empowerments, and the seeds of the 4 kayas are planted. In the end, the Guru also melts into light and dissolves into me. The Guru's 3 secrets and my 3 doors merge inseparably.
Tata Zorum Kabi Yami Samsi Zorum, then you was Zorre, 3 Lama Tem, 3 Lama Temdi, Raga Semi Lama Lame, train the Kabi, Da your married, even Mas and the Lama Lame, similar train the 3 Lama talk around saying, Yemi Bacha, the Tato Lama talk the curry, Lama talk some day. Today, oh, Raga some day, Sabbath semi order, Lama talk some day, Chöpa Yomari, some day, what you some teachers the Lama San took same day, some day the Lama Usre, some of the Rage, touch or the digger, the Tava touch, the Java Gombo Jibado, the Yami Tamsikani, the Dabari, Tamsik, the Yamdo Gomja Languori. Captain Yamis Gomjana, 3 years about the Semi Lama Lame changing the Rang Lama Kakayo married, the Lama Samsi, Lama Sachok, so on the Gichimoyore.
During this practice, so the completion stage, this during the completion stage, then the one's mind, everything dissolve into the Guru's mind. So when you remember Guru, then at that moment, one's grasping will reduce. So in this moment, one's mind and Guru are inseparable. So the Guru's mind is actually loving kindness and compassion. So there is a says, I supplicate bodhicitta of Guru. So in this, when you meditate on the loving kindness and compassion, At that moment, then one's mind and guru are inseparable, and then slowly you will be able to relax decisively. That is the view. So in this world, all the meditators meditate like this way. So one's mind and guru's mind are always inseparable. So then the essence of guru's mind is loving kindness and compassion. So this part is very important.
Same the melong kolam kaya go mari. The same kaya chiri te shano. Lama lame chiri teni lama darasem kaka go mari. Same the melong tawa hakona. Same tongpa jiri the melong jiri zungi kaya te sharong tuore. Ngang lesi go mari. Daji ji go mari. Te hakora teni tawa hakota buore.
So the mind is like a mirror. So mirror has nothing, but then when you remember guru, at that moment your mind and the guru are no difference. So the mirror is just empty, but everything appears that. So when you remember that, at that moment there is no self. So then you can rest on the natural state of mind.
The virtue from having perfectly practiced the glorious Guru, together with the virtue of having offered praise and supplication, I dedicate to all beings dwelling in the three realms of samsara. May they attain the state of the Guru, who is the whole of samsara and nirvana. By the power of the three chariots of the Sutra and Tantra vehicles, the assembly of kind lineage gurus, and the qualities of their three secrets, may there be the auspiciousness that all beings realize Mahamudra, the supreme accomplishment. Now we're going to go to page 21, reading the Lama Chöpa prayer in English. Embodiment of all the victorious ones of 10 directions in 3 times, essence of the 5 kayas and 5 wisdoms, your boundless compassionate activities are all embracing. Incomparable Guru, at your feet I pray. Precious glorious root Guru, seated on a lotus at my heart, please care for me with kindness and bestow accomplishments of body, speech, and mind. As I make offerings and pray to you, exalted Guru, the source from which all such accomplishments arise, please care for me with love from this day onward and in all my future lives. By visualizing single-pointedly the land arisen from the glory of abundant merit, the blissful Pure Land and the Buddha of unchanging light, may I cultivate the Pure Land perfectly, and may I be reborn there after passing from this life. A garland of light radiates from the Buddha's heart. From the tips of the rays, the second Buddha, Lord Jigten Sumgun, manifests and then descends, together with his sons. Having gathered accumulations and purified obscurations, may my mind stream ripen with ease. Perfect guide, Ratna Shri, within whom the wisdom, love, and power of all the Buddhas of the 3 times are condensed, single sufficient source of refuge, master and 2 sons. Through supplicating you, may I attain the 2 accomplishments. May the wisdom nectar of your three pure secrets wash away all misdeeds, obscurations, and unawareness from my three doors. And may my understanding of the boundless fields of knowledge, such as explanation, debate, and composition, be equal to Manjushri's. Now that I have found a precious human body possessing all the qualities of freedom and advantage, and have met the teachings of the flawless practice lineage, please grant your blessings that the awareness of impermanence will swiftly dawn within my mind, and thereby may the 8 worldly concerns collapse. As I am frightened and uncertain as to when the Lord of Death will suddenly appear and strike my fragile life, grant your blessings that I may practice the holy Dharma with fervent diligence, which will surely be of benefit in this and future lives. Grant your blessings that I am able to discern between what I should and should not do according to the prohibitions, such as the 3 kinds of vows taken with the Master, the disciples, and the Yidam, and bless me to know what to do and what to avoid in accordance with the subtle workings of karma, cause, and effect. Since beginningless time, I have experienced only suffering in the 6 realms of samsara. Grant your blessings that I may bring forth renunciation, and with deepest sadness towards this existence, may I strive for liberation. In seeking their own benefit, sentient beings have created evil, suffered greatly, and endured much pain for countless lifetimes in the past. Recognizing them to be my parents, grant your blessings that I may develop compassion and the supreme resolve of bodhicitta. Grant your blessings that my practice of perfectly realized Mahamudra, the unelaborated Dharma sphere, may unify with the accumulation of great merit, generosity, and so forth. Grant your blessings that with the wheel-like weapon of the profound path, I may completely sever the web of samsaric existence, the karmic winds of the conceptual mind. Thereby may I attain, in this very life, the state of the presiding master Vajradhara, the powerful lord of the 4 kayas. Shall I not attain supreme accomplishment in this life, may I be born among the foremost disciples of Jigten Sumgung's boundless light in the western lotus land called Bliss Endowed. In brief, in all my lifetimes, may I never be parted from the excellent teachings of the peerless Lord Jagumpa Ratna Shri. May I be accepted by gurus, and may I strive with devotion for the purpose of others and myself. By the compassionate blessings of the 3 jewels and the victorious ones, through my yearning with intense devotion, and by the power of phenomena's natural state, the infallible truth of cause and result, may our wishes be fulfilled according to this aspiration. And now we'll go to the text, the Soka practice. It's the dark blue cover, starting on page 1.
San jie jia dan zoi jian zhoi nai lai, jian zhoi bar dui dan jia sun jie, lai ge jian zoi jie bei zoi nan jie, zhuo lai ban zhi san jian zhe bar zhu.
Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings.
Dong er jia jia dan zha wa jia jia. Dong er mie be de wa dan mie zha wa jia jia. Nie ren jia dan nie dan zha. Dan yuan lan ne bar jia jia.
May all sentient beings have happiness in the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion.
Nye juan se jai tor ne jiang, lo me den de do jie den, de jiao yan xian jia jie nang, 相爱的自然而结吧，往复战是阿呆当，满来把半单见在，欢喜那无论给不，老爷没把在学前，高为你将不为责。乐见大马没结根，开觉大灯红阿翁，在了问这的这个，我觉得单把也，的这单把也，也觉得这讲错就。
Back to the top of page 3. I appear as the Yidam deity. From the seed syllable at my heart emanate Ram, Yam, and Kam. Fire, wind, and water burn, scatter, and wash away the faults and defects of the Torma. Above wind and fire is a hearth of skulls. Above that is a vast and spacious skull filled with the 5 meats and 5 nectars. The 5 meats are marked with Om, Hum, Tam, Hri, and Ah, and the 5 nectars with Mam, Lam, Bam, Pam, and Tam. The wind of Hum emerges from the nostrils, blowing, stirring, and lighting the fire which melts and boils the substances. The defects bubble over, and the pure essence fills the skull to the brim. Above a moon disk lid, Hum, Ah, and Om are stacked, one above the other. Lights radiate from these and gather nectar, which merge with the syllables. The 3 syllables and moon disk melt into light and dissolve into the nectar. Thus it transforms into an ocean of wisdom nectar.
嗡啊嗡哈嗡日，嗡啊嗡哈嗡日，嗡啊嗡哈嗡日，让给多个萨文来，闻着来嘛也担当，看着就将所灭走。 诺来就将些代当，给人连将着着结，金山真的等的等。
Light radiates from the seed syllable at my heart, inviting the Lama, Yidam, and the Dakinis, the protectors and guardians of the Dharma, wealth gods, guardians of the directions, local spirits, obstructing spirits, karmic creditors, and the 6 classes of beings, who then gather before me like billowing clouds.
我不知爱干巴登不班的班阿罗干干的那位的，下达巴的在所。
According to their ranking order, these guests partake of the Torma with light tubes emerging from their Vajra tongues, and thus are pleased and satisfied.
jin za ve la ma dan zhou ba dur jin chang la su wa lo ming wa dan ba dan sa ren yin ju be la ma nan yi xie ru xie ka ran ka ye zuo zuo zhi jiang qiu de bar su wan de su du ji song wan a wen ye dan jia ju nam jie dan nam jie lai me jie de be de jie de sang ji xie dan mar na ma ya jie ma dan den jie la su jie er ye ro ran jie san nian ge ye dan jian ge jiang zi zu ge ge ro jie ga ran ga ye men de zhe zuo dan nge zhe nan ye sa de su wang a wen dan jian jiang zi de jia ye jia ren zhen jia zhe ge jia bei ma nan dai jia la su gun bei zui den song qu jie zhe ma dan mo na jian zhe ha ra nai jian jiang sen dong ra he la bei er nui jie zhe ma ra sui jue jiang gu re jie dou ma nan ye jie ro jie ga ran ka ye bar jie ne duan zhao gue zhe dou jie lo bo ge zi sen jue dan den ba song xian bai da ge sam dan zhe ba ran zu wang a hui na man tu sen zam ba la noi jian nor da bo mo nam mon ze lang an zam ra ri jie la jian ya yuan jian qu jie dou man de yuan jian xie xie ru jie ga ran ka ye jue dian long ju bei wo ran zi wang a wen la le sa ge ra jie jian dang jiu jiang jiu su zang ri jie bang guan den jie zang e jue jian dun bei dou man de ye ka ye bar jie su lan dun jian zhou wang a wen nam sa bar sun qiu jie ye xie da niu ma le ne nan dan xie bar ye nan de da ge da buan gu jie dou man de ye xie ru jie ga ran ka ye da dun qu xian zhe ba ran zi wang a wen ge da long zhen jiong bei zou lin jia bei lun xiang gun dai ga yin qu jie dou man de ye jie ru jie ga ran ka ye no san xian ne ben san lin jia san xian bo long ge xiang ge da jian gu wan zi wang a wen zhe zhe sim jian da ye zou jie jie dou ma jia jin de ye xie ru jie ga ran ka ye ra ra dong ge zuo xian ne ben de jiang sen bin
The middle of page 12 in English only. Ho, please consider me. Glorious Vajra Guardian, Great Black One, and Haruka, Glorious Great Bhairava, by nature you are one with Dharmata. In essence, you are the same within primordial wisdom, and in character you are equal in unhindered activity. Hero who defeats all unfavorable circumstances, you are the foremost lord of all appearance and existence, and all gods and demons, wrathful local guardian, great leader of activity oppressors, invincible sovereign of radiant splendor, you protect awareness-holding yogins as if they were your own children, and you assess the absorption of oath-bound practitioners. You are endowed with the radiance of peace, the splendor of increasing, and the power of magnetizing activity. You are swift in activities of liberating savage foes and hindrances. Your mighty skill in protecting the teachings is sublime. Powerful Lord with the name, the one endowed with mighty wrath, Vajra wrath, great warrior God of yogins, please heed me. Please dwell in this holy shrine of enlightened body, speech, and mind of myself, the yogin called Vajra Haruka. Please act to conquer the dread of the four Mars and all obstacles along my path of supreme bliss, whereby I will accomplish unsurpassed awakening. Please cause me to encounter the Samadhi companion that will guide me on the authentic path. Until I attain awakening, help me to never deviate onto mistaken paths with body, speech, and mind, and cause my mind to turn towards freedom and awakening. May all unfavorable circumstances in this world be vanquished. May perfect auspiciousness and goodness pervade and increase. May gods, spirits, and humans be brought under control, and at all times and in every circumstance, may enlightened activities be accomplished according to my supplications. As you are the glory and protector of all wandering beings, please perform activities to grant supreme and common cities without obstruction and effortlessly. May I vanquish all unfavorable circumstances, the enemies and hindrances with wrong views and the like, and may perfect auspiciousness and goodness pervade and prevail. Ma Hri, by the power of your compassion and previous aspirations, Mother Achi Choki Droma, arise from the Dharma sphere and look upon me from the space of primordial wisdom. Miraculously descend upon this activity mandala. Mother Achi, Lady of Nanam, powerful Dharma Tara, Wisdom Tara, Samaya Tara, magnetizing goddess, flesh-eating Karma Dakini, noble lady Tashi Saringma, Mio Losama, Tekar Josama, Tingi Shosangma, and Chöpa Dringsama, protectors of the lineage forefathers, protectors of frightful hermitages, protectors with Samaya, who pledged to protect the teachings of the Kagyu lineage. Your luminous wisdom never fades, your compassion never withholds, and your blessings are never far, and your power is unobstructed. All of you, bless us yogins and our retinues through your enlightened body. Bless us through your enlightened speech. Bless us through your enlightened mind. Bless us through your enlightened qualities. Bless us through your enlightened activities, and so as to conquer adverse circumstances and the dread of the four maras. Please cause me to encounter the Samadhi companion that will guide me on the true path. Thus, until I attain awakening, help me to never deviate onto mistaken paths with body, speech, and mind, but cause my mind to turn towards freedom and awakening. May all unfavorable circumstances in this world be vanquished. May perfect auspiciousness and goodness pervade and increase. May gods, spirits, and humans be brought under control, and at all times and in every circumstance, may enlightened activities be accomplished according to my supplications. As the glory and protector of all wandering beings, please perform activities to grant supreme and common cities without obstruction and effortlessly. May I vanquish all unfavorable circumstances, the enemies and hindrances with wrong views and the like, and may perfect auspiciousness and goodness pervade and prevail.
Mamo sewa kanche no jen che, bo nya le chi cha chi sam len de, a zhe 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 le xie zheng ge jie zha xie zhe re mo na jiang zhe da a ra men zhen jia xie nan de zhe zang la ren a re xie nor jie ma yin zhong xing ra la jia jie geng a nu jie yang le wer dan jie dan la zang ba ge ni xie jie dian gong be dian ba jiu nan la 随天大路呀，接近谁的？当地歌颂都用这来，桑瓦拉多松格登贝子，尼尔军都用我当人间的。这一次的照顾尼尔军当人马就着没让多没。这没大杀人节工作松，各个脏话三根九八的。 这个肩背一线就别做，但上他们肩将做，所论就当保罗解决解，多大刚我当在娘家下，干这事就解白下顿解，这不大兄这来我等做，高当顶上高当干啥将，八当年别着别啥什家。 当外着孙子白给帮头，八戒见他些个不当的，接什的那去沿着班村，接的上过去接人间见，写着电白撒钱叫班村，全个电三个叫龙卷那，俺接送马尼的在外讲。 南京教文这来这班村，三节电扫跟教文班的。 人的在叫南京在巴本年白，高当龙节节把你等罪，给灭狼做点白了大街，没拉样子的莫接我当，那我的大队年白当的心。 这样爱把那大面这些，三根就别容在真巴当。 来了人家的话可能做，也拉那把肉被顶在，上面的外那阳光不能做，就是就得那，得啥了马心自动接不能做，接了这些龙就不算做，接着龙长就来转动。 这边这家军官在挖掘，多那三多一线这把。 大当大爷生节当节节，拉面做不想就这。Garchen Rinpoche马里些瓦当，顿节马里人间这不然做。节感谢也拉真把藏节家，都把我这做人在把也。送马一些那儿外济南节，大概什么马里这把。 Gam padam buban dubam alogan gande nevet shabda badi Bezasa dosa maya, manu palaya, bazar sado tenoba, tejan jejo membawa, sudu gayo membawa, sube jayo membawa, anarado membawa, sarva sete membrayasa, sarva karma sesa, sedan sheya guru ha 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 ho, bangavan, sarva tadanga dambasa mame. Eze bawa ma samai sai do jue jie dor men jue rei 干脆见真中巴所。
All you guests who have received this offering and giving torma, like clouds dissolving in the sky, please depart to your abodes, Vajra Mu, and return here when I call for you again. Remaining within cyclic existence, fused with this image, please bestow good health, longevity, and power, as well as every kind of excellence. In the presence of the transcendent conqueror, you vowed to care for us practitioners as lovingly as your own child. May the auspiciousness of the Dharma protectors be present. And now we'll go to the Rainfall of Benefit and Happiness text on page 63, Summoning Good Fortune. what's for jealousy. I'm no captivity, stolen is the Dharmasphere. Then one
Chore Dhamma Se Je Yang Tam Je Dere Yang Ni Shar Je So Ne Tse Yang Nye Da Yen Den Jar Yen Sho Lo Ye Cho Ne Tse Yang Na Lo Zhen Yen Dan Tso Yen Sho Lab Jie Sho Ne Tse Yang Na Wen Yen Den De Jen Jiang Shang Ge Sho Ne Tse Yang Chou Yen Den Bai Jian Sho Den Ge Sho Ne Tse Yang
Lion come
Yen
down
Den
star garlands.
O Ge Sho Ne Tse Yang Na Zhe Zhe Yen Den Mian Jian Jiang Nian Da Zha Ge Du Yang Yan Zhuo Yen De Zha Xian Xia Ba Le Re Jian De Bai Yang Garchen Western Lotus Garden, Isabel Batu Samsara Niran, Jiangsu Le Jing Garden, Le Jing Zhe Yang Gong, Jian Nu Xie Dong Gen Sa What God is the Jie Ye Yang Zhao Le Yang Nan De Go, Jie Cha Yen De Le Cha Yang Yen De La Yang Go, Jie Yan De Gan De La Da Bar, Yang Jie De La Da Bar, Zhe Zhen De La Jie Jie Bo Mi Nen De La Son Jian Zhen Jir Wan Mi Bar Ten Jian Me Zhe Yang Ma Zhe 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 Me Der Jie Ma Zhe Zhe San Na Dong Jie
Jantu Siddhis let them be accomplished spontaneously. Salva Siddhi Alamo.
Page 90. Om Ahum. Three Kayas, Lama, deities of longevity, dakinis of Uddiyana, and assembly of wealth gods, please bestow the four empowerments upon me and other fortunate disciples. Being bestowed with the supreme form empowerment upon my body, may I attain the indestructible Vajra body. Being bestowed with the supreme speech empowerment upon my speech, may I attain the power of Brahma's 60 melodies. Being bestowed with the supreme mind empowerment upon my mind. May I attain power over the unborn simplicity. May I obtain the essence Kaya empowerment, the ultimate empowerment that is the spontaneous presence of the three Kayas. May I obtain the empowerment of the Guru's three Kayas, which causes the three poisons to manifest as the three Kayas. May I obtain the empowerment of the long-life deities of the five families, which causes the five poisons to manifest as the five aspects of primordial wisdom. May I obtain the empowerment of the dakinis of Uddiyana, by which the body of deathless primordial wisdom is attained. May I obtain the empowerment of White Sambala Yabyum, which effortlessly and spontaneously accomplishes ordinary and sublime cities. May I obtain the empowerment of wealth gods and treasure lords, which perfects the abundance of food, wealth, and riches. May I obtain the empowerment of Mahamudra, which liberates from samsara's pain. May I obtain the empowerment of self-knowing Dharmakaya, which is the primordial purity of the delusional perceptions of unawareness. May I obtain the empowerment of the great completion, which is the primordial purity of all phenomena of samsara and nirvana. May I obtain the empowerment of the great middle way, which naturally liberates the four extremes of eternalism and nihilism. May I obtain the empowerment of the perfection of wisdom, which is inexpressible, being beyond words and thoughts. May I obtain the empowerment of total openness, free from fixation, which naturally liberates dualistic propensities. May I obtain the empowerment of immortal life, which is the unchanging expanse of awareness. May I obtain the empowerment of awakening within one lifetime, which is the endless accumulation of merit. Hong Hri, the Guru who is the three Kayas, deity of longevity, Dakinis of Uddiyana, an assembly of wealth gods, my own body, speech, and mind, this life, all solid and substantial matter, all these dissolve, like clouds dissolving in the sky, or water pouring into water, without reference point, into the all-pervasive open space of awe. Within a state of non-distraction, rest at ease. In the unborn basic space of phenomena, let go of everything. In a state of simplicity, remain free and open. Seal with steadfastness. Samaya, seal, seal, seal. Hum Hri, by this virtue of timelessness beyond the three times, may all beings be relieved from the suffering of poverty, hunger, and thirst, and may all wishes and enjoyments be fulfilled. At last, may they swiftly attain the most excellent state of the Master Pavanasambhava and Abhitaba in the Buddha-filled great bliss, and reach the ground of no return. Please go to the next page, page 98, for the World Peace Prayer. To the unfailing sources of refuge, the three jewels and the three roots, and especially Chenrezig, the protector of the land of snows, to noble Tara and Guru Pavanasambhava, I pray, please remember your sacred pledge of former times. Please grant blessings that this aspiration be entirely fulfilled. In this dark age of decline, the thoughts and actions of beings are corrupted, and the balance of the outer and inner elements is lost. Through these causes and conditions, humans and animals alike are seized by epidemics and diseases unknown in the past. They are struck by planetary demons, nagas, evil spirits, dark forces, and elemental spirits. Crops are damaged by blight, frost, and hail, and there is fighting and dispute. Untimely rains, heat waves, and droughts in the world, fear of earthquakes, fire, adversaries, and natural catastrophes, and in particular evil hordes that hurt the teachings and so forth, cause harm and violence throughout the world. May these be swiftly pacified and vanquished from their very roots. In the minds of all beings, human and non-human, may precious and supreme bodhicitta arise naturally, and free of harmful thoughts and actions, May the minds of all be filled with love for one another. May the entire world enjoy abundant happiness and wealth. May the Buddha's teachings spread far and endure long. By the truthful power of the three roots, the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas, by whatever virtuous roots there are in samsara and nirvana, and by the power of our highest pure intention, may this aspiration be fulfilled.
Tata Yamni Kabitri, Gomyang de Yajatil, Semgiri, Kata Wambora, Java Gombo Jubazo, the one minute they talk for it, Wambo Rapke, the Wambo drink it, die Juba, the dreams that one the day last wanker, the Wambo Tamal Kaza in Hong Jubazi, the little one girl go to the Kijashi or Tuche, Wambo Tamala Bene, Tatero Gori. There is a young Gomja is the kitchen or Java Gombo Jubazri. Saji Tamchega, the ring of the same Tamji of the Togisi or they just a kitchen or in Yamni College, Zorongo Gami, Java Gombo Jubari, son, the Yamni Jella, the Arjan the Bachimbo kitchen or one minute the Java Gombo Jubanderi or what you thought you were say one, Rani Lacordo one Naga. 내로 도를 주고 또 용서 남이들이 요즘에 또 담고 왕문에 대지 talk 요리 하고 소대죠 뭐 세왕래 말이 무슨 말이.
So there during this meditation, then there is the lineage of Buddha's mind. So there are three capacities. The first capacity or best practitioner who possess these capacities during this meditation, then one's mind and all the Buddha's mind dissolve each other's. So in that moment, then one receive empowerment, and then also the middling capacities. They will actually we call these the lineage transform through ears, which means there are some sign or some kind of other symbols, and through this way one receive the empowerment. And then lower capacities, they will receive empowerment through the kind of announcement, or we are going to this empowerment and that empowerment, and then one thinks, oh, I'm going to receive this empowerment. So this is lower capacities. And then actually there are outer empowerment, inner and secret empowerment. So Milarepa said that vase placed on one's crown, that is outer empowerment. And then the nectars put into one's tongue, and these are the inner empowerment. But one realized that the essence of the awareness, intrinsic awareness, that is inner empowerment. So Milarepa says that these there are three empowerments, but there's the realized intrinsic awareness that is actually called this contact one's bone and the stone. That is the metaphor. So one realized the essence of intrinsic awareness. So when you are meditate on four immeasurables and shamatha and vipassana and so forth, at that time you should consider that all you are meditating with all the Buddhas. Then at that moment you have a feeling. Otherwise you feel that only by yourself, meditate by yourself. At that time you cannot maintain.
So we're going to go to the blue prayer book, and we're going to do the King of Aspirations prayer, which is on page 52. Homage to the ever-youthful Manjushri. With purity of body, speech, and mind, I bow to all the heroic Buddhas of the past, present, and future, without exception in every world in all the 10 directions. By the power of this aspiration of Samantabhadra, I bow with as many bodies as there are atoms in the world to all those victorious Buddhas manifest in my mind, and I pay homage to all of them. I conceive the entire realm of truth to be completely filled with enlightened ones. On each atom, I imagine there to be as many Buddhas as atoms in the world, each Buddha surrounded by many bodhisattvas. I honor all these blissful lords, praising their perfections with all the sounds of various melodies, an ocean of endless praise. I offer to those heroic Buddhas the finest flowers, garlands, music, and ointments, excellent canopies, choice lamps, and the best incense. I offer as well to those victorious ones the finest array of all excellent things, the finest robes and fragrances, and heaps of sweet-smelling powders as high as Mount Meru. By the power of my faith in the deeds of Samantabhadra, I prostrate and present vast and unequaled offerings to each of the victorious Buddhas. I confess every type of wrong that I have done in thought, word, or deed, while influenced by desire, anger, and ignorance. I rejoice in the meritorious deeds of all the Buddhas, as well as those performed by the Bodhisattvas, Pratya Buddhas, Arhats, and those who are in the path of training, those who need no more training, and by all sentient beings in the 10 directions. I entreat the enlightened protector who have attained the detachment of Buddhahood and illuminate the worlds of the 10 directions to turn the peerless wheel of Dharma. With folded hands, I beseech those who intend to manifest the final nirvana to remain for as many eons as there are atoms in all the worlds, for the benefit and happiness of all living beings. May whatever small amount of virtue I may have gained from prostrating, offering, confessing, rejoicing, and beseeching be dedicated to attainment of perfect enlightenment. May I worship the Buddhas of the past and those who now present in the worlds of the 10 directions. May those who come quickly fulfill their aspiration and reach Buddhahood by traversing the stages of enlightenment swiftly. May all the worlds of the 10 directions become extensively and completely pure. May it be filled with bodhisattvas and victorious Buddhas who proceed to the royal tree of enlightenment. May all living beings in the 10 directions always be happy and free of sickness. May they be endowed with favorable circumstances for achieving dharmic goals, and may their wishes be accomplished. May I remember my lives in all states of existence while in the training for enlightenment. In all my successive births and deaths, may I always embrace religious life. May I follow all the victorious Buddhas and perfect all the deeds of Samantabhadra. Pure in the morality without defect, may my conduct always be flawless. May I teach the Dharma in every tongue, in whatever sounds are understood by living beings, in the languages of the gods, nagas, demons, spirits, and human beings. May I steadfastly apply myself to the 6 perfections. May I never disregard my intention to attain enlightenment and completely remove whatever faults may obscure my path. May I be free from karma, emotional afflictions, and the influence of demons, like the lotus unsoiled by the mire, or like the sun and moon in a clear sky, so that I may proceed unhindered. Throughout all the lands and in all directions, may I relieve the suffering of the lower realms. May I be able to bring happiness to and provide benefit for all living beings. Fully accomplishing the activities of enlightenment, may I work in harmony with the needs of all beings. May I practice and demonstrate the deeds of Samantabhadra through all future eons. May I always associate with those whose activities are similar to mine. May we act alike in thought, word, and deed, and may our aspirations be as one. May I always associate with spiritual friends who wish to help me and teach the deeds of Samantabhadra. May I never cause them pain or disappointment. May I always personally behold the victorious Buddhas, those guardians surrounded by bodhisattvas. Without tiring in all future eons, may I always present them magnificent offerings. May I always uphold the Buddha's holy Dharma and illuminate the deeds of enlightenment. May I train in the practice of Samantabhadra in all future eons. Through rebirth in all the states of existence, may I gather an endless store of merit and wisdom. May I become an inexhaustible treasure of all virtues of method, wisdom, concentration, and liberation. May I always behold as many pure lands as there are atoms present in every world, with inconceivable Buddhas sitting in the midst of their bodhisattvas and performing the activities of enlightenment. In this way, may I be able to see everywhere, even on every mote of dust, countless Buddhas of the past, present, and future, limitless pure lands, and endless eons. May I always heed the pure speech of the victorious Buddhas, which holds within each word the totality of the perfect Dharma in an ocean of languages precisely suited to the needs of each being. May I possess the perfect intelligence to heed the endless melody of speech when the victorious Buddhas of the past, present, and future turn the wheels of Dharma. May I accomplish the Bodhisattva's practice of entering the past, present, and future in a fraction of a second. May I know in a single instant all that is encompassed in the duration of the 3 times. May I behold all the heroic Buddhas of the past, present, and future in a single instant. May I always perform their activities through the power of liberation from illusion. May I perceive upon a single atom the perfect design of the pure realms of the past, present, and future. Thus may I enter into the realms of the victorious Buddhas in all directions. When the illuminators of the worlds of the future realize the stages of Buddhahood, turn the wheel, and enter the profound peace of nirvana, may I always be in their presence. May I accomplish the perfect powers of enlightenment, the power of miraculous swiftness, the power of perfection of every spiritual path, the power of all virtuous qualities, the power of all pervasive loving kindness, the power of the merit of every virtue, the power of all transcendent wisdom, and the powers of perfect knowledge, method, and meditation. May the forces of karma be utterly purified, the power of passions utterly subdued, the power of demons utterly destroyed, and the power of the deeds of Samantabhadra perfected. May I tirelessly perform the enlightened activities for an ocean of eons, purifying an ocean of lands, liberating an ocean of beings, realizing an ocean of Dharma, attaining an ocean of wisdom, perfecting an ocean of practice, accomplishing an ocean of aspirations, ceaselessly serving an ocean of Buddhas. May I completely fulfill all perfect aspirations to the enlightened activities of victorious Buddhas of the 3 times by attaining enlightenment according to the deeds of Samantabhadra. The eldest son of the victorious Buddhas is called Samantabhadra. I dedicate all these virtuous actions that my deeds may be like his. May my body, speech, and mind, deeds, and environment always be pure. May I become equal to Samantabhadra in these excellent aspirations. May there be no limit to my activities. May there be no limit to my virtues. Through limitless perseverance, may I accomplish all miraculous deeds. The limit of living beings is like the limit of open space. May the limit of my aspirations be equal to the limit of their activities and passions. Whoever offers to the victorious Buddhas all the perfect joys of gods and men, and the infinite realms of the 10 directions adorned with jewels, for as many eons as there are atoms in those realms, shall gain great merit. But whoever hears this greatest dedication prayer and is inspired by faith to intensely desire supreme enlightenment shall gain even higher and holier merit. Whoever recites the aspiration of Samantabhadra will never again endure hellish rebirth, will abandon all evil friends, and will soon behold Amitabha, the Buddha of boundless light. They will gain all benefits, live in happiness, attain precious human rebirth, and soon become like Samantabhadra himself. Even those who in ignorance committed the 5 unredeemable sins will soon be completely purified by reciting this aspiration of Samantabhadra. They will achieve perfect wisdom, a radiant countenance, beautiful form, auspicious physical marks, and a noble birth. Profane and devilish being will not trouble them, and they will be honored in the 3 realms. They will quickly reach the tree of enlightenment and reside there to benefit all beings. As enlightened Buddhas, they will turn the wheel of Dharma, taming the demonic hosts. Whoever preserves, teaches, or recites this aspiration of Samantabhadra shall ultimately attain perfect Buddhahood. May none despair of complete enlightenment. In whatever way valiant Manjushri and Samantabhadra know how to transfer merit, so do I dedicate all of my own virtues that I might train to be like them. Since dedication is praised as supreme by the victorious Buddhas of the 3 times, I dedicate all of these roots of virtues to accomplishing the deeds of Samantabhadra. At the moment of my death, may all my obscurations be removed, that I may behold Amitabha, the Buddha of boundless light, and go to Sukhavati, the pure land of perfect bliss. In that blissful land, may I completely fulfill all of these aspirations, and benefit all beings as long as the universe remains. Joyful there in that blessed assembly of the Buddha, may I be reborn like the holy ones from an exquisite lotus, and may the Buddha Amitabha himself foretell my own enlightenment. May I thereafter emanate endlessly through the power of perfect wisdom to accomplish countless benefits for living beings in all the 10 directions. Through whatever small virtues I have gathered by reciting this aspiration of Samantabhadra, may all the virtuous aspirations of living beings be accomplished in a single moment. Through the boundless merit gained by dedicating these aspirations of Samantabhadra, may the countless beings drowning in the torrent of suffering reach the stage of Amitabha. May this greatest of dedication prayers benefit countless living beings. May reciting this ornament of Samantabhadra release all beings from the suffering of the lower realms. I will now go to the yellow prayer book, Long Life Prayers, starting on page 20, in English. For this realm, encircled by snow-covered mountains, you are the source of all benefit and happiness without exception. Tenzin Gyatso Lorchen Rezig, may your life remain steadfast until the end of samsara. Embodiment of the 3 jewels, great being who upholds and increases the teachings of the Shakya Lion, you perfectly guide others with your excellent deeds. May you, the precious Guru who accomplishes everything spontaneously, live long. Holder of the teachings of Lord Dragumpa, great sovereign of the 3 jewels, through the power of your peerless compassion and the holy Dharma's peaceful light, you bring relief to beings. May your life be long. Known in the noble land as Aryadeva, you emanated into the Gar clan of eastern Tibet as Chodingpa, the heart son of Jingchen Gompo. May the life of the glorious Garchen remain steadfast for 100 eons. To page 26. May the teaching of the great Dragumpa Ratnashri, master of interdependent, omniscient Lord of Dharma, who has seen all knowable things, be upheld through teachings and practice, through hearing, reflecting, and meditating until the end of existence. Your 1,000 arms are the 1,000 wheel-turning kings. Your 1,000 eyes are the 1,000 Buddhas of this fortunate eon. Your love is boundless like space. I supplicate the Bodhisattva Chenrezig.
To all who are joining on the live streaming and who are here in person, thank you so much for joining live streaming. May you have long life. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you at our next session, which is this afternoon at 3 p.m. with Khenpo Tenzin doing his meditation class from 3 till 4 Arizona time, which is now also Pacific time. Thanks, everyone, and be well.